What's good, people? I'm D, and you're at Divination with D. I'm ready for bed. I'm really tired. Um, anyway, just some food for thought. um, I don't get a chance to really get into some things that I like that often, but I'm trying to get back into them. Zodiac signs with the Chinese zodiac is one of those things. And I was just thinking, um, well, I know my Chinese zodiac because it goes by the year of your birth. I'm a dog, and contrary to what anybody would think about dogs, which this is one of the reasons why I hate calling guys dogs, because most dogs are loyal. Most dogs are loyal. Um, and so to call a guy a dog or say he's such a dog or he acts like a dog, it does the dog, it does the canine breed a disservice. Um, Confirmation. um, anyway, um, in regards to the things that I was thinking about next year, 2025. Right now, we're in 2024, and that's 2 plus 2 plus 4, which is 8. And so 8 is in combination with Saturn, and Saturn is all about karma, lessons. And so, sometimes there's some hardship. So I don't know if any of you have been feeling karma kicking your ass this year, just going through a lot of different things. But it's this energy of being in 8 year or being in year 8. Next year, we're going into year 9, 2 plus 2 plus 5. So it adds up to 9. And also, it is the year in Chinese zodiac, it's the year of the snake. So the number 9 is all about completions, cycles ending, things coming to an end. And the snake, and it's the year of the wood snake. Not just a snake, the wood snake. Um, it is the year for, now this is me, because people tend to look at snakes as being evil. They're not evil. When you, let's get this thing right. When you look at snakes, start looking at it in the context of what it actually is. In the Bible, was it not the snake that gave Adam and Eve wisdom? Snakes are associated with wisdom and knowledge, understanding, learning, growth. He gave all of that to Adam and Eve when he told them that if they ate the fruit, they will not surely die. God lied to them and said that the day that they eat it, they will die. But Satan came along and gave them wisdom and said, you won't surely die. Like, God is having y'all believe that you're going to die instantly that day. But you're not really going to die. You'll have a slow, dragged out death. It is not going to be the way that God is trying to have you believe. So I've always associated snakes with wisdom and your intuition. And when you look at, I'm just going all over the place right now, but when you look at, and healing also, because in the Bible, Moses was instructed to wrap a snake around a staff and lift it up, and that those that looked at it would be healed, but those that did not look at it, they would die and they would perish. And this is when I think they all came down with some kind of plague or whatever. And in the medical field, why is it that there's the two snakes intertwined like this going around the staff? Okay, so it's for health, it is for intuition, it is for wisdom, good things. So when we look at the year of the wood snake for this upcoming year, 2025, and the number 9, there's definitely a lesson there, or it should be some understanding as far as what we can expect. It's going to be a year of transformation because you think of snakes. Snakes tend to shed their skin, and it would be a snake, I guess you could say, shedding its skin, because if we're talking about the number 9, it's coming to a completion of a cycle. So I'm just trying to figure out what kind of things are we going to be in for next year. I think that it's going to be a definite year for growth, for a lot of changes. I think the nation is going to end up seeing some different changes, but we as individuals need to also go through changes, which is whatever we're dealing with right now, learning these lessons, we ought to be changed by next year. We ought to be coming out of this like the new skin of a snake. We ought to be changed. We ought to have more wisdom. We ought to be using more more intellect. There ought to be some growth and using more of our intuition and learn from this year, if nothing else. I think too that there's going to be some different things that we're going to see as far as a nation. I think that there's just going to be a definite change in the way that things are going because, again, a lot of people are waking up and gaining an increase of knowledge. And I think that next year we're going to see more of a change happening in the world, in our school systems, in our government, because I feel like they're not going to be able to do the same thing with us that they've been doing as far as black people, people of color, I'll say it like that. There's definitely going to be a change. I feel like, and I've been thinking this for a while, with the way that people have been digging up our history, getting more into it. They're going to have to start doing things differently within these school systems, which is why I feel like they're trying to bring certain laws back into play and make them more relevant. Laws that are still on the books that have never gone away, like lynching. They've never gotten rid of that law. It is still on the books that it is legal to lynch a nigga. Okay. Um, but I feel like next year we really ought to be moving with more wisdom. We ought to be being more creative also in regards to the way that we do things. Um, I will say this too. Next year, if you know your zodiac, your Chinese zodiac sign, Next year is going to be a good year for snakes, oxes, roosters, dragons, horses, rabbits, and goats. It's going to be a good year for y'all. But the rest of us, like the tigers, the pigs, dogs, rats, um, yeah, the sheep, yeah, the monkeys, we not gonna have it so good. I mean, some of them might be alright, but you also have to look at what is your uh, opposing sign in the zodiac. And for a lot of those signs, I know that the dragon is my opposing sign. You know how in the zodiac wheel for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, like there's a wheel, and so right across from whatever your sign is an opposing sign. And for me, being a dog, right across from mine, the opposing sign is a dragon. So that means that I, knowing this, going into the next year, have to move differently. Um, there's just some things that, you know, I know that I need to take into next year from this year. And a lot of y'all might have to do the same thing. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on that because there's so many different. This is why I'm really trying to get back into my numerology and along with the astrology and also doing the Chinese zodiac to add a little bit more information to my channel and get people to look at things in a different way. Um, I study this stuff, but I don't know how many other people study this stuff and are as informed as I am and are looking at things in an overall sense. Because again, one of the things that I said that I'm working on it is knowing how to deal with the energy of the day as it corresponds to your personal expression number, soul urge number, and personality number. Understanding the energy that you are under for that day. So let's see. Today, right now, is Thursday. Um, 1, 2, 9, 5, 3. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mm-mm. 1, 2, 9, 5, 3, 6, 9. Okay. 3, 6, 8. What am I saying? 3, 6, 8. Um, so today is number 3, and we're under the influence of 3 and Jupiter. Jupiter is all about expansion. 3 is all about collaborating, community. So if you're looking to embark on growing things, today would be the dates for that expansion of things to happen, to get out there. This is when it's going to be most favorable for you. looking at businesses, trying to talk to people, involving yourself in the community, looking at how you can expand or grow your business. Today would be that day to do that. Even if you say the way that you communicate, when it comes to others, like just on a regular level. So tired. There's going to be a lot of, I'm trying to think. I'm so tired, y'all. Um, there's going to be a sense of expansion. So say if you're arguing, you have an argument, that argument may get blown further out of proportion than what it normally would, because today's energy is all about expansion and growth. But if you're doing something and it is good, then there's expansion and growth with that also. There's also the thing of community, and I can't think. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to go. I need to get some sleep. I've been up for a long time, and I am coming off of a 12-hour shift. So, I'm just, you guys will see and you'll know, like, when I really get into this, when I do my series, and I'll get more into it. Um, but you have to start looking at different things in a different way and understanding too how everything is ruled by numbers. Numbers have energy. Um, and there's just so many different things that we have to pay attention to when it comes to the government and the world, the way that things are run, the way that people are, the mask that they try to keep over our faces, to not be aware of certain things. But when you look at certain things, you won't be able to be fooled. Anyway, y'all let me know what your thoughts are on this in regards to the upcoming year for 2025. Do you guys really feel like you're prepared and ready for what's going to come? Because I'm really, really feeling like it's going to be about some shit. And I don't know too many people that are really going to be prepared and understanding the year that we're coming into. We just have to do the math. Anyway, I need to get some sleep. For real, for real. Alright, y'all. Hope y'all got something out of this. If you did, goddamn it, leave a comment. Shit. Because don't nobody hardly want to be saying anything in the comments. And I'm trying to make sure that you guys are getting something. Like, I want to have a conversation. Let's go back and forth on this. Share your thoughts. Share your ideas. If you know something, share it. This is what it's all about. Community. All of us growing together and coming together, helping each other. You know, not gatekeeping whatever information that we have, but putting it out there so we all can be informed about shit. Alright. I'm done. Nguvu. Nguvu. Peace out. And if I didn't say it before, Nguvu is Swahili for power. And I like to say that instead of Ashe. Because I resonate more with that, because that's the language that is mostly spoken in Africa. So that's why I say Nguvu.